Okay, welcome back. Now that we know how to save a document and we also know how to open Microsoft Word, let us now move forward and see how we can change the font and also the font size. Okay, now maybe before we do that, let me briefly explain to you what you are seeing on top there. Okay, so when Microsoft Word opens, you are going to see these on top. We call them tabs. Okay, we call them tabs. So currently, as you can see, we are on the Home tab. Each tab has different features. Okay, if you go to Insert tab, you are going to find other things there. You move to the next tab, you find other things there. Layout tab, there are other things there. Okay, so we are going to be moving from one tab to another. Okay, I just wanted to mention that our focus is how to change the font type and also the font size. Okay, now before I show you that, I want to explain to you what a font is. A font is simply a specific design of characters. Okay, when I say characters, I am simply referring to the letters that we type, the numbers that we type, as well as the symbols that we type. Okay, so that is a font. So basically, it is the appearance of the letters that you have typed, or whatever you have typed. That is what a font is. Okay, when it comes now to font size, we are talking about the size of the letters. Okay, you can increase the font and you can reduce the font. Okay, so that is the font size. Now, where do we find font? Now, before that, let me just type something. Okay, I enjoy using a computer. Okay, so that is the text that we have now. Okay, so currently the font that we have is a default font called the Calibri body. Okay, and the default font size is 11. So that is what we have there. Now, what if we want to change this font type to the font, to whatever font that we want, and the font size that we want? Where are we supposed to do? Where are we supposed to go? Okay, so number one thing, you are supposed to select your text. So I am going to select my text like that. Okay, you simply press the left button and move over the text, and then it is going to appear like that. Okay, once you have selected your text like that, you have to go now where we have fonts. So this is the place where we find the fonts. We have the arrow there which is pointing downwards. So that means that we have some other fonts that we can select if we click there. So let us click there. Okay, we are going to click and we have all these fonts that we can choose. Okay, so we have Times New Romans, we have Arial Black, we have Algerian. So all these are fonts, okay, that you can choose. You can choose whichever font that you want there. Okay, so I want to put Arial Black. Okay, so I have chosen Arial Black. As you can see now, we no longer have Calibri body there. So let's now see how we can change the font size. You go here, you come where we have 11 there, you press on the down arrow there, and then you choose whichever number that you want to be your font size there. Okay, so as you can see, my text is increasing in size. Okay, when I want to reduce, I just choose a smaller number and my text will be reducing as well. So that is how we can increase the font size and decrease the font size. Okay. Alternatively, as you can see, we have these two A's here. This A has an arrow which is pointing upwards, and this A has an arrow which is pointing downwards. So here, if you point there, we have this message which says increase font size. So if I click there, my text will be increasing, and the number there will be increasing as well. Okay, so if you want to increase, you can click there. You can click on this arrow with an on this A with an arrow pointing upwards, and if you want to decrease the font size, you come to this A with an arrow pointing downwards. So you are going to have your font reducing like that. So that is how we can change the font type and also the font size. I hope you have enjoyed. Let's be together in my next lesson where I'm going to show you something else again, which is very important. Thank you very much.